fitness friends. Welcome to My Mat, My World. Please join me for Hatha Yoga. So when you're ready, comfortable seated pose for you, inhaling all the way up and exhaling out. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more time, bringing it to the heart center. And releasing the hands to the tops of the legs. Let the hands kind of flop down. So raising the fingertips toward the sky and toward the floor. Tongue twister. Up and down. And when you're ready, inhaling again. And exhale, drop one side, press, inhaling up. Exhale, dropping the other side. Oh, inhaling up, bring it to heart center once again for your exhale. And stretching the feet long. Reaching toward the heels. If you need to, bend your knees. If it feels a little bit better to bend your knees, then please do so. Just relax right here and breathe. And release. Cross the left foot over the right. So your ankles are together, but your left one is on top. Pull the left hip back toward the back wall just a little bit. Your feet are still connected. And then reach toward the legs. Now you should feel the stretch from the hip bone down the side of the leg, maybe even on the back side of the leg. If you don't, flex your foot, reach a little further. And breathe. And relax. Let's do the other side. So right ankle comes on top. Pull the right hip back. And stretch forward. Now you'll notice that you don't really pull that hip back very much. It maybe moves an inch. If you need to, flex your foot, feeling the stretch down the side of the right leg. And releasing the pose. Coming to boat pose, you can leave your feet on the mat if you like. Your hands on the mat. Hands, feet, everything's backwards today. Today's backward day. And breathe. Releasing and rolling to the back. Bringing the knees in to the chest. Oh, that feels good. Right here, circle the knees. You're keeping them together. You're just making tiny circles. You're going to feel the bones connect to your mat on your back side, so around the sacrum. Reverse that circle. And bring the knees in a little closer, raising the head, neck, and shoulders, crunching the abs toward the earth. When you're ready, release the head and the neck and placing the hands behind the hamstrings and letting the elbows fall toward the floor. So you are getting a nice little stretch in the wrists right here. So let those elbows relax. Let the weight of the arms pull down on the wrists. The hands are being squished, kind of stretched a little bit. And breathe. When you're ready, release those hands, point the toes to the sky and flex. You can take your hands to the floor if you like. And release the feet to the floor. The heels come in close to the glutes, about hip width apart, pressing the belly up to the sky for a shoulder bridge. Feeling the stretch in the hip flexor and the thigh. And you might feel a pinch in the hamstrings and the glutes. Breathing right here with the belly up. When you're ready, releasing the glutes to the floor, bringing the knees into the chest, toes move up again, point flex. And this time, let's straddle the legs, so opening and then circling the feet. So the whole leg doesn't move, just from the ankle and the foot. And reverse that circle. Oh, my toes are snapping. Did you hear that? And bringing the knees in. Feet to the floor. Widen them just a little bit on the mat. So your heels are close to the glutes again, except that they're wide. So you're moving toward the edge of the mat. Press the belly up again. Finding inhale and exhale right here. You'll notice this feels a little different than when we have the feet at hip width. Breathe. And then release to the floor, bringing the knees into the chest. Opening the knees and reaching up, getting hold of the feet. Now, if you can't reach the feet, you're going to bring the hands around the hamstrings. So it's like we are walking on the ceiling right here. This is happy baby. If you like, you can rock your baby. I always offer that, but I don't necessarily do it because it's not comfortable for me to rock back and forth in this pose. But if it feels good for you, definitely do it. Bringing the knees together, reaching up, grabbing the ankles, and coming into a butterfly pose. You can leave the head, neck, and shoulders on the floor if you like. Releasing the pose, coming into boat sit. Rock up, rearrange. If you've had a broken tailbone, this is not a comfortable pose for you. You are welcome to skip this part. Releasing the pose. When you're ready, coming to a seated position, bringing one foot in toward the inner thigh. I'm going to change and do the other side first. Stretch to your long leg. So my left leg is long. And when I come up, I'm twisting toward my right. So twist toward the short side. And continue to breathe. Releasing the pose and stretching the other direction. So in this one, my right leg is long, and I lean toward the long leg. Continuing to breathe. Coming out, and when you're ready, twisting toward the short side. Sit up nice and tall, looking back as far as you can. Continue to breathe. And releasing the pose. When you're ready, rolling to the side. And bringing the toe of the top leg to the sky. If you can, you're reaching up, grabbing the foot, bringing it a little closer to the shoulder or around the hamstring or wherever you can reach, wherever your flexibility is. Point and flex. And take the heel to the glutes for quad stretch. Breathing, inhale, exhale. Releasing that leg, pushing up and placing the shoulder over the elbow. You can leave the knees bent if you like and lift the hips. So if you need to readjust because you feel like you're stretched out there a little far, or you feel like you're doing this, readjust. Bring the knees in a little closer, push the hips up. If you like, extending the hand to the sky. Hold and breathe. If you like, roll back a little bit and look toward the sky. Be careful of that shoulder. If it feels better to stay right on top, then do so rather than rolling back. Your choice. Releasing the pose. Stretch the top leg down the mat. When you're ready, push up again. And extend that hand. If you want to this time, make a nice big stretch so the fingertips move over the head toward the other end of the mat, and you feel the ribs separate in a nice way. And release, bringing it down and moving to the other side. When you're ready, take the top leg to the sky, stretching it close to your shoulder. I shouldn't say that, should I? My hair's a crazy mess. Relax and breathe. This time, circle that foot or point flex, whatever works for you. And releasing, heel to glute. And breathe. Releasing the foot, coming up, park the shoulder over the elbow, pushing up. Now, like I said, honor your body. If this is not good for you, then come down for a second and then push back up. Breathing. Readjusting if you feel like you're sliding a little bit. Release. Stretch one foot down the mat. Reset if you need to. Use this hand to press up if you like, and then open to the sky. Sometimes my elbow doesn't feel good right there, and sometimes I have to double my mat. Coming down. Actually, let's extend over the finger, over the head, just like we did before. Sorry. And coming down. Good job, good job. All right. Coming to a seated pose. The knees are bent. We are going to relax. Oh, that feels good. So the head just looks down between the knees. Pressing the hands back, bringing the feet in a little bit and finding table pose. So push the belly up. Your knees should be over the ankles and your shoulders should be over the wrists. This is not an exact science since you can't see yourselves. Put the head in a neutral position. So you're not going to lay it all the way back and look backwards. You're going to hold in one position and then coming down into boat pose. Coming up. And release, moving to hands and knees for cat-cow. Exhale, push the belly up. Inhale, the belly down. In this pose, your shoulders are over the wrists and your hips are over the knees. Last time. All right, I'm going to adjust right here. Shoulders over the wrists again. The left foot moves back. Dig the toes into the mat. From right here, push up a little bit and stretch the right knee forward. Looking across the room. Release. Set up again. Going to the other side. Right toes in the mat. Lift up a little. Bring the left knee forward, laying it down, looking across the room. Pushing into the long leg, and the heel of that leg. And release, finding child's pose. And now that was a lot of pressure on the arms, wasn't it? When you're ready, walking the hands back and coming into a forward fold. So dig those toes, coming up. Let gravity have your hair. When you're ready for inhale, take a half lift. So coming up halfway. And exhale down. Inhale, half lift. And exhale down. One more time. From right here, soften the knees, take the hands back, and come up. Bringing the hands to the heart center. Stepping to the top of the mat. Inhaling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Take the hands back and come up. Once again, inhale and exhale. Let's do this a little different. Half lift, inhale. Exhale down, soften the knees, and come up for inhale. It's hard to do all those inhales and exhales and talk at the same time. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Hands come back, soften the knees, inhale up, and exhale to that heart center. Very nice job. When you're here, let's step the left foot back. Let's make it a lunge. So this is a high lunge, so our toes are pointed the same direction. Now for me to have a little bit of balance, I take my front toes and I turn them in just slightly. I don't think anyone else will tell you to do that, but for me, that's what works. Inhale the hands to the sky and exhale to heart center. From right here, my right knee is forward. I'm taking my left elbow toward that knee and I'm going to try to press into a twist, okay? So I may need to widen my feet a little bit. I just about fell down. Coming out of the pose, coming fingertips to sky. And release to warrior two. So take a look. The back foot is parallel to the back of the mat, the knee over the ankle on the front leg. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale down, softening the knees. Coming up, inhale. Exhale to the heart center. This time, same thing. Right leg steps back, finding a lunge, and the feet are like on railroad tracks, so they're apart a little bit for a little more stability. Bring the fingertips up for crescent. And the hands to heart center. My left knee is forward, my right elbow connects for a twist. And you can release the arms if you want to do that. That's up to you. Release the twist and turn the foot for warrior two. And stepping to the top of the mat, inhaling all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down, soften, bring it up. Heart center. When you're ready, take the fingertips all the way up. This time exhaling one hand to the floor, stretching the fingertips apart. Inhaling up, exhaling other side. Push those fingertips apart. One more time. Bringing it up and to the heart center. Stepping the left foot back, warrior two. Take your time, set it up. Reverse the warrior, so move it away from me, toward the back leg. Coming to warrior two. And rolling it toward the floor. Take it down. Toes are pointing the same direction. You may have to readjust your feet. From right here, my right knee is forward. My right hand moves up for a twist. And breathe. Bringing that hand down. Roll it up for warrior two. Come on up with me again. Stepping to the top of the mat. When you're ready, inhale all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale down. So instead of coming up, right here, we're going to soften the knees and bring the hands around the back of the leg for monkey pose. Releasing those hands and coming up for a half lift. Holding right here for a couple of breaths, looking toward the floor. And when you're ready, release the hands, take them back, and come up. Inhale. Exhale to the heart center. This time when we inhale up, we draw up one side, but we lean toward that side. Inhaling up. And exhale to the other side, leaning. One more time through, your pace and your breath. Inhaling all the way up and bringing it to heart center again. Stepping the right foot back this time for warrior two. Find your breath. Reverse the warrior. Hand down the back leg. Looking up if you can, or looking to the side, or looking towards your foot. What feels good? Warrior two. Rolling it down. Finding your lunge. Toes point the same direction. My left knee is forward. My left hand moves up for twist. If you like, you can take that hand around the back and let that shoulder open up a little bit more. Your choice. Bringing that hand down. And when you're ready, moving to warrior two again. stepping to the top of the mat. Inhaling all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale down. Softening the knees. Hands come back. Inhale up. Exhale, heart center. Step the left foot back, warrior two. Reverse the warrior. This time, side angle pose. So lay the forearm on the front leg and bring the back arm up and overhead, looking where it's comfortable for you. Roll it down, finding that lunge again. Right knee is forward, right hand moves up or around back. What works? What feels good? Bringing that hand down, rolling up, finding warrior two. This time taking the hands behind the back, clasping the fingertips and opening the chest. Stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale down. Softening and coming up, inhale. Exhale, heart center. Right foot steps back, warrior two. Reverse that warrior. Moving to a side angle pose. Forearm on the leg. Reaching up and over. From here, rolling to the floor. Toes the same direction. Left knee is forward. Left fingers move up. Bringing that hand down from right here. Take that foot back, finding a plank or a knee plank, whichever works for you. One knee drops down and comes back. The other knee drops down and comes back. And child's pose. Go ahead and breathe right here. When you're ready, finding a seated pose. So let's kind of end the way we started. Make sure we're on time. Okay, good. So one foot down the mat. One foot comes in toward the inner thigh. Stretch to that long leg. Oh, I should be looser, but I'm a little tighter, it feels like. When you're ready, coming up, twisting toward the short leg. And looking back, sitting up nice and tall. Release the pose, moving to the other side. So one comes in and one stretches out. Lean to the long side. And breathe. And release, twisting to the short side. And release the pose. Comfortable seated pose for you, whatever that might be. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, leaning to one side, press. Inhaling up. Exhale, lean the other direction. And last one, inhale all the way to the sky and exhale to that heart center. Great job, my friends. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.